Our topic today is changing fractions to decimals. And I want you to notice here I have a first example of 1/3. We call this the numerator, this the denominator. And one student shared with me one time that you can envision tipping this over and the 1 falling inside the division house and the 3 staying outside, and this ends up straight up, dividing them, and then you just continue the division house across the top. So if you can envision that, that might help you to keep it straight, which one goes inside the house and outside. But you read a fraction 1 divided by 3. So if you read it right, that can help you figure it out as well. Anyway, let's get started. So when you have a whole number, you go ahead and fill in a decimal. And when you have it in the division house, you make sure you also put a decimal straight up from this decimal. Okay? Now, then you start dividing. You say, can 3 go into 1? If it cannot, you put a 0 straight above the 1. Be sure and keep everything nice and neat and straight. Okay, you can add extra zeros on the end. It won't change the value of the 1 as long as you're adding zeros beyond the decimal. Now, if it won't go into the 1, you look at the next number with this digit, and now it's 10. Can 3 go into 10? Yes, it can, 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down your 0. You've got 10. And you can see here, this is going to continue forever. 3 will go into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. And you'll continuously have a remainder of 1. So how do we not just keep going on forever and let the reader know what's happening? Well, you put a little bar across the top, and we call that a repeating decimal. And so this bar indicates that the 3 is going to go on forever. Now, another issue is dealing with what we call mixed fractions. So I have an example of 6 2/3. We call it a mixed fraction because it's got a whole number with a fraction. I'm going to show you 2 methods for changing those into decimals. The first method will be to separate the fraction from the whole number, 6 plus 2/3. Take only the 2/3 and do like I did above, putting the 2 inside the division house, the 3 outside. Make sure your decimal is put behind the 2. Make your decimal go straight up. Add some extra zeros on the end beyond the decimal so that it's workable. Okay, now you can get started. And you'll say, can 3 go into the 2? No, so put a 0 above. Then look at the next digit. Can 3 go into 20? Yes, it can. 6 times. So put your 6 straight above the end of the number it's going into. And it goes in 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. Subtract your 18, you get remainder 2. Bring down a 0, and you can see that this one continues forever just like the first one we practiced. So I put the repeater bar above the 6. You're not done there though. Don't forget that you separated it from the whole number. So come back over here, take this answer right over here and add it to the whole number, 6.6 repeater bar. Now don't make the mistake of putting your repeater bar above your whole number. We just don't do that in math. We always put the repeater bar when it's a fraction of a whole number, and a decimal really is a fraction. It's a part of a whole number. So this is the tenths place, so it's acceptable to put the repeater bar there, showing that this fraction of the whole number continues forever. Okay, let's look at the other way to change a mixed fraction. We have 6 2/3. We're going to make it into what we call an improper fraction first. So we take the denominator times the whole number. 6 times 3 equals 18. Then we add to this total what's left on top as your numerator. 18 plus 2 is 20. You put it all over your denominator. So 20 over 3, that's your improper fraction. Now, again, you'll put your numerator inside your division house. Place your decimal right to the right corner of your whole number, and your denominator outside. Now, can 3 go into 20? Yes, it can. It can go in 6 times. Subtract it, you get your remainder, bring down a 0, and just a reminder, you can add as many zeros as you want for working this. It won't change the value of your whole number, as long as all the added zeros are beyond the decimal. Okay, so bring down your 0. Can 3 go into 20? Yes, 6 times. And you can see that this is going to repeat as well. So put your repeater bar there. And that's how you change fractions into decimals. Thank you.